If you were old enough or fortunate enough to be living in the 70s, you might not have realized it, but you were smack bang in the middle of the first resurgence of using indoor plants as decor and accents in our homes and offices. Kind of took a little bit of a sleep in the 80s, but came back with force in the 90s and continues today, especially with succulents, using them as decor. An easy DIY project that you can do in your home. This is not a new trend, but still extremely popular. And the reason being, succulents like this one are absolutely bulletproof when it comes to care, and they are so interesting, and you can use so many different vessels. That's what makes them part of the indoor accent and decor craze. So what do you need to get started? Well, you need a vessel, of course. Make sure it has a drainage hole in it, and make sure it's shallow. That's the best way to ensure that the succulents don't end up drowning in their soil. The other key thing I've done is use a cactus or succulent soil. It usually drains better, or it's a coarser mix. You can see here the perlite is quite coarse. That will allow for better drainage and better porosity around the roots of the succulents. So that's key. From there, I've just kind of filled it up with a couple of inches to spare. The fun part, going to your favorite local garden shop and picking out your succulents. I like to use little guys just like this one instead of big ones, because I can create a color theme or a texture theme out of all the different varieties available. And this is just a small amount of what's available for your planting pleasure. I always like to make sure my succulents are pre-watered. That way you don't have to spend a lot of time watering afterwards. And I'm going to use the mix, because I think a mix really looks the best. Maybe something a little taller towards the back here. And yes, all these plants will grow, so you want to leave a little bit of room so they can all play nice together in their new little home. This is about an 8-inch dish, and I'm going to use about half a dozen there. Now I've used a steel gray pot, so that's really going to allow for a lighter color soil topping, and the most common ones are stones or little pebbles just like this. I might even just use a combination of sand and stones, and that's what we're going to call dressing our garden. Okay, just adding the finishing touches. This is a nice, clean, sleek style, just the steel gray, the pebbles, and the succulents all arranged in this beautiful bowl. And just like that, you've become an interior designer. Back to you.